Hi, for this week, we're focusing on how do you build and support students' understanding of the learning objectives. Um, Something that I would start off with is being able to communicate with your students your expectation from the learning objectives. Being able to start off the bat, making sure the students understand where they should focus on is very helpful. For example, if I were to start off a unit and my first section of the learning objectives would be to know and understand different parts of the quadratic formula is. So the students will be like, okay, starting off the bat, learning in the beginning of the lesson, they're like, okay, I'm learning about the quadratic formula. So now during class, I got to pay attention. Okay, what is that? What is it helpful for? What does A, B, and C represent? Where do I even get that from? These are the kind of questions that students may be thinking throughout just hearing and listening, seeing that, okay, this is learning objective. This is what I'm supposed to learn today. This is what Ms. Cáceres wants me to figure out. And that's what they will learn throughout the lesson. So being able to build on that is first them knowing where they want to get to. And then from throughout the lesson, the whole point is to build and to support the students' understanding. The way that we do that is to be able to provide the resources within the classroom. So if I have the quadratic formula, then the students obviously need to know what my standard form looks like. What is a squared? Ax squared plus bx plus c, that's standard form. If they already know the standard form, then they're able to transfer that through into the quadratic formula. So being able to support our students with their learning objectives is we need to be sure our students already know the prior information they need to know. So this could be done through an assessment to be able to access already their prior knowledge. This could be done through a Kahoots. This could be done through any sort of practices within the students in their groups, have them do little discussions with their peers to see like, okay, this term, does this look familiar? Quadratic formula, do you know it? Does this sound familiar to you? What do you notice or wonder about the formula? So these are different buildups that we're going to be doing throughout the lesson for students to be able to get to the point where we want them to get with our learning objectives. And being able to support them verbally, to be able to display this within the board, within the classroom, in a PowerPoint, in a Pear Deck, to have them recall that attention throughout the lesson. Like, hey, remember when we did this? Okay, this is why we care now. Like, this is getting to that one thing. Remember, we talked about that learning objective we wanted. It's connected to this, and this is where that's coming from. That's why it's useful to us. So being able to have them create that understanding, evaluate the information that is given to them, analyze and compare, and then apply that to their understanding and see what they can remember. So all of that is some of the tools, some of the ways that we're able to build up and to support our students' understanding of their learning objectives. And to be able to do that is through instructional strategies and to be able to have learning assessments within our lessons.